Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's a very medical evening tonight with our main man, the medic. What's up, Eric Wolf? Dawes. We're going to see you soon, Dawes. And Ludacris. What's up, guys? We're going to get started, like I said, with a little... I'll invite you, Ludacris, don't worry. We're going to get started with a little medic gaming. And then in about half an hour, we're going to pivot over to a discussion. A little discussion, Discord discussion format with the boys about medic, and I think I will contribute very much to the conversation, of course. Great, Pretty Boy's pocket pistol, fantastic. Oh, Ludacris, okay, you joined already. So, with that said, and what's up, Great Sword Chad? The Giga Chad Medic Main, yes sir. Let's get started with, this is a good combo to get started with. I think we're going to do some casual, not Christmas maps, because they're awful. And, of course, Merry Christmas to you, too, Dawes and Ludacris. And, yeah, we can get cooking here. Oh, Classic Gamer just joined. All right. Let's see if that kills the search. No offense, Classic Gamer. Happy Holy Days. That is where the term holidays comes from, is holy days. So, they are holy days. And New Year's is, of course, on the horizon here. Wow, we got in quick. Nice. I like it. Let's get cooking. If you didn't check out our Christmas Eve stream where we talked about the chapters of Isaiah that pertain to what we celebrated, then please do so. Our team already has 2 medics, but we are bound. We are bound contractually here. We've got to play medic. We've got to win. And I'm gonna venture a guess that neither of these medics is doing quick fix, which is where we shall shine. Nope, he's got Kritzkrieg, and he's got Kritzkrieg 2. We have 2 offense running Kritzkrieg medics. That is really Chad status, actually. Uh-oh. Yeah, we gotta back up here a hot minute. Oh, 3 crossbow bolts coming your way, Heavy, don't worry. Oh, this is prime strategies right here. Uh-oh. Ow, 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 ow. Help. Oh, man, this is prime strategies, dude. Kill the other medics. Yeah, we got prime strats cooking here. Uh-oh. One Heavy down. Oh no, I heard the stab. Couldn't turn around in time. Did he get him? He got him. Alright. He's not going to live long, though. Oof. Those cosmetics. Oh my god. What's up, Bluebird? Uh-oh. We got more people joining. I think we got 2 quick fixes running now. Yup. We got double quick fix power. It's undeniable. We've got 9 minutes to cap this. There's no way they win. We got this in the bag, bro. Ooh. Seal up this engineer. He needs a love. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Oh god, they've discovered the double heavy strat too. We're in trouble. Oh no. Ooh, and they discovered our teleporter exit. Also not good. No, no, Bluebird. We're gonna talk about medic tier list basically. It's almost 2023. That's true. We gotta focus on the game here. Hang in there, Pyro. I got you. Here's where they put up their final defense. But it won't matter because we will win. Felt like I bumped somebody there. Oh, I did. Okay. I gotta pop off an Uber before this finishes up. Stay alive. No, another spy. Oh, man. They're going crazy here. You self-maintenance with your beard? Yes, I do self-maintenance with my beard. Very rarely do I trust someone to touch the mane. Lion's mane. So. We level 3? Yep. Okay. Oh, God. Classic gamer. Hang in there, man. Gotta be especially conscious of spies here. In fact, I suspect there was a spy back there, but no, he's okay. Heavy, look up. There is a spy. I knew it. Good, he's dead. And we got 96% Uber. Good. I gotta pop now. I'm feeling the bad vibes. Alright. Did we get the sentry down? I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Now, as medic, you are also the strategist for the game. Ooh. So if you can think of something to tell your teammates to do, let's wait for Classic Uber to get up. All right, he's got the... Go now. Everybody go now. Shoot. I don't have it. Oh, God. No, everybody didn't go now. Oh. I will concede. We need a stock Uber to get in there, I think.
Sentry.
Ooh. We need a stock Uber to get in there. Nice. Heavy down. We can push a little. Other medics down. Soldier, it's on you. You gotta shoot that heavy. Oh my God. We're out. We're out. We're out. Oh. Man. What's up, Gist Gaming? Heck of a night planned. Alright. Later on, Jalen will pop several pills to conclude the medical gamer. Yeah. Yeah, Sour V, you growing a beard yourself? Because definitely got to have the right product for it. You need beard oil and beard balm, and maybe some beard wax if you're going to get it really aggressive. We do need a stock Uber for this. Take your full overheal spy and get out of my face. Nice job, pie bro. Ooh, ow. Take the full overheal demo. Power, you got it still. Get on it, boys. Nice work. That's how we met a game. So Bluebird, things aren't going well, but we'll get through it. We did have to put Mandy down yesterday, which, you know, something that happens. But she's with Jesus now, and you know, we'll see her again. I'm trying not to think about it, but it's a thing. Unfortunately, they disable respawns at the vets, so but it's okay. You know, I think the difference is with other people, a lot of people, you know, death is a scary thing, and it's a real dividing line. But for us who know the truth, for us who believe, we know we're going to see them again soon. You know, this life is just a vapor. So what we do here echoes for an eternity. But sorry to, I don't mean to make the chat sad or anything. Not my goal. Just letting you know what's happening. We have too many scouts and snipers and stuff. We need some power classes. This is not going to fare well for us. I'm going to Uber this pyro here in a second. Let's go, Duke Cook Roach. Go, 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 get them. Stop their advance. We don't have any classes that can do it besides you. And now I retreat. Give him a quick bolt. Alright, we now have a power class. It's a soda jar. Oh, Soldier popped the banner. You know what that means. Soldier gets all the heals, baby. He is the critical member of the team. Luckily, I don't have any spies running around. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Oh! That was the worst that could happen. Yeah, no worries, Bluebird. It's okay. Thank you for asking. How many medics is my team rocking? Just 2 at the moment. Last game, I think we were up to 3 or 4 at a time, which was not a good strategy. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. You don't have to delete anything, Bluebird. Come on. We're a family here. Let's go stop that cart. Brimp. Oh my god. The Huntsman. It's too powerful. Dawes, if you're still listening, can you at me when the fun starts so I don't miss it? They got the... Shoot. It's about time to switch to quick fix again. Sniper overheal. Whoop! No! Okay. Soldier overheal. Wow. I think my overheal saved him from his own Crockett being reflected at him. We need engineer gaming, actually. Do we have any engineers? We have one engineer. Spy. Let's go, soldier. Blow them all up with your rockets. You have rockets. Blow them all up. No! Oh, God. Oh, we tried. All right, we're going to switch. Pull out the nuclear option here. What's up, Kitty Blue? Oh, Ludicrous, that was you. I'm sorry, man. Kitty Blue. Someone else from my age bracket. We got to help out our engineer real quick. Go, Ludicrous, go. Stop them at all costs. We help our engineer out. Okay. Back to the medicinal man. Let's get out there before our team loses for lack of help. Hang in there, Classic. Ooh, that soldier would have died. Crap. That was bad mojo, dude. Need to do a little maneuver here. Ooh, that was close. We almost died there. Okay, we're cooking. Getting gas. They're down in the bottom right room. Let's go clear them out, 1,000.
Heavy in first spawn. Just fucking go out the front door and murder them.
Spy. I gotta pop now. Oh, the quick fix battle of the ages, baby. Soldier needs to stay alive no matter what. He's got the banner cooking. Oh, man. All it's going to take is one... Nope, not going that way. I was going to say, all it's going to take is one bad Crockett or one crit pill to come down that hallway. We're toast. Okay, counter Uber. Get him, Heavy. Get him. I gave you the tools to win, and I failed. It's all right. We put up a good defense there, though. Portuguese geese. It's a good name. What's up, Miko Barino? Or Miko Beerink. Sorry. Welcome to the Thunderdome. It's okay. That's what we built the teleporter for. Get Heavy up here. piece. Heavy is basically a sentry at this point. Let's keep the high ground here if we can. Keep the sentry alive. Keep the engineer's equipment alive. This is our base of operation. Gotta pop on this demo. Keep him going. Heavy is the most important player right now. No! Well, I think we got the spy at least. Watch out for incoming Uber. Ooh! Oh! Oh god, that hurts. That hurts a lot. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. I gotta pop. We gotta pop. Nice. Throw it all down range, baby. Heavy. Stay alive, man. We need you. You are the area denial class here. Thanks, Pyro. Okay. Nice. Nice. Way to go, boys. Quick fix for the win, baby. Ah, Nico, you missed this game when you were playing young. Wow. It's a great game, man. Fantastic game. I think Borneo over Badwater most days. You should get back into it sometime. What time we got? 6:55. All right. I think we got to call it there because we can't finish a match in 5 minutes. I don't think. So. Thanks for the quick wins to the guys that joined us here. And we are out. Let's hop over to Discord and see what Dawes has brewing. Let me pull up my medic tier list just so I'm ready for that. There it is. Okay.
Push to talk enabled as we speak. This is why it's on right now and not
Hi, Jalen.
what's
What's up, guys?
Is it Jalon? Hi, Jalon. Jalon?
What's going on?
We're not much. We are just getting some graphics set up. Nerd is taking his sweet, sweet time.
you know it.
And so have you ever seen an episode of these, Jalon?
No. Nope.
Okay, so basically what it is, it's just we all make a tier list of a class's weapons and then we fight about it. And we say why Nerd Sauce is wrong. We say why I'm wrong. Why Tony's wrong. And it's pretty fun. I've yelled at Nerd probably the most.
That is true.
But it's fair because his opinions are trash on a lot of things.
Of course, obviously.
Typically. Yeah.
So I have a stream going right now in Discord. If you check that out, you can see the different tiers that we have, because it's not just A through F or whatever, but it's overpowered, good, underwhelming, situational, bad, and detrimental.
How do I look at that?
If you click on my name in Discord,
Watch stream,
where it
got
says
it.
live,
Oh,
watch
okay.
stream,
There you
and
are.
you see kind of what we're going for.
Oh, and you got a medic
Hey,
hat
whoa.
too. Nice.
Oh my lord.
I got what?
You got a medic hat.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's-
saying.
I can make it be whatever. It can do this. I wouldn't have it do this, but I could. Okay, and we aren't live yet. We'll go live once the UI is made up. Or UI.
I'm
graphics,
so sorry. It's just it won't load.
Just keep refreshing it. I can send you the
Yeah.
link that I'm on if that's helpful. And Jalen, I can send this to you too, unless you already know where to find it.
I have my list made up. Do I just save or download it and send it
yeah.
to you?
Yep, shoot it over.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta think of the name for the trash tier list.
We've just been doing detrimental, but if you want to make it funny, be my guest.
Oh,
I love
sure.
it. That's the one that I got to work, nerd.
Thank you,
None
Dawes.
of the
There
other
we
ones
go.
do. Oh, I was gonna fix that.
Can I just screenshot it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you screenshot that and then go to our DMs, then you can paste and send it away.
Are you counting the left to right thing too?
That's
Within the
you can
tiers?
decide. I did, but it's because Medic has like
Oh, okay.
10 weapons, so it's easy. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 14 weapons, 10 that probably matter. But that's getting ahead of the game.
All right, I'm good.
All right,
with that.
internet is. It's doing well now.
Okay, good.
Nice. And there's only 3 medic weapons that are loaded. Okay. All right.
Give it time.
Yeah.
I'll just send it to you in your direct chat, if that's okay.
Sweet. Got it. And now, hopefully, I should just be able. He's got that. Got it.
Why does Nerdsauce have engineer weapons up?
Great
'Cause
question.
He's, kind
He's a little confused.
he's just a little bit confused, but
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
and
wrong
then-
meat.
if you happen to have Jalen, if you happen to have a profile pic that you could send me to, that'd be great, and I can replace Kamolo's with it.
I don't know if I do.
There's a chance I can.
Can you just
copy
scalp it from my YouTube channel?
Oh, dude.
Just
Well, let's see
right
if it
click,
works.
save image.
Oh my god, this will show up.
Yay, the Bloodsucker won't load.
The blue star went up.
Yeah.
Yo, Eric Wolfgrave started following. Lovely. We haven't even started yet. That's the magic.
He's coming over from my channel.
Hell yeah.
An
Welcome.
ambassador.
Welcome to the party. The ambassador is a spy web. We haven't gotten there yet.
No, he's an
Ooh.
ambassador. It's funny when you use TF2 words that are actual words.
Right. Oh, you can't list. Cam list needs to be. Oh, that one's already correct. And then this one gets changed to.
So reporter keeps
Yes.
telling me I need to try Roblox, and I don't think I would have the patience for that.
I have played a little bit of Roblox, not very much, but it's great if you like babysitting. So I'm not a.
It's
big
great
fan.
if you're a baby.
It's honestly, I hate to say it, but
So you like it, Nerdsauce?
I love it.
it's Sauce's favorite thing.
Thought so.
It's so much fun getting to run around. Oh my god, I got it.
There
Yes,
you go.
the Jalon PFP. Oh,
That's
it's
him.
so grainy. Adorable. That'll work. Nice.
Or just pull a picture of Kratos, whatever you want to do.
My girlfriend
Basically the
and I
same.
are playing through that game right now. The first one.
Wow.
And it's
old
sick.
Old school.
Also, oh, not the first God of War. The first one
Bruh.
is contemporary, I guess.
Oh.
It's not Ragnarok. That's the next one. What the heck was it called? God of War.
I've never played any of them, to be honest. So I don't know.
God of War himself hasn't played God of War.
I feel like it would be playing with myself, which I don't want to do on stream.
Whoa.
You're playing it and you're like, man, this ring's way too true. What the heck?
I do have a Danish war axe I could bring out sometime.
That'd be sick.
Thank God. Yes, it's loaded.
All right, nerd. We are simply
Victory!
waiting on you.
Wait no longer, my friend.
I'm not your friend.
No.
Nah, I'm kidding, nerd. Come on, this is me we're talking about.
Dawes is
That is
everyone's
true.
friend.
I try.
Dawes
fucking
is
difficult.
the capybara of the TFT
All right.
community.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
I'll accept that one. I think that's fair. Dawes PFP. The capybara. Damn straight I am. I'm a rodent. I'm a large rodent, and it's great.
Real.
No, that's Dawes Cam, Dawes PFP, bonk right there. Good. Okay, you sent it to me?
Yep.
Thank goodness. Let me grab it. Unable to save image preview? Discord, fix that, please.
Please.
I beg you. Nerd list, and Nerd sent me the whitest one out of everybody.
The whitest.
The
Do
whitest.
you say? Oh, the widest. As in
Yeah.
wide. As in
As in,
width.
you did a bad job
That.
again. But I'm really used to it at this point.
You can overlay his on
So-
top of Tony's probably because Tony doesn't have any in the bad category.
Yeah, I'll try to make that clear. Here, we'll just do that. Whatever.
Oh my God. Tetris on stream.
Yeah, did you guys know that I actually play Tetris? Apparently.
Really?
What is this back here? What is that? Is it this one? No. No. What? What is this? Oh, that's mine.
You got extra.
Oh, it's mine because there. That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay. Get rid of that. Plop that there. There we go. There's everybody's list. Awesome. And I should be able to switch between everybody's just by pressing a button.
You're so good with technology. I could never dream of doing this.
No cap.
I appreciate that. I actually do this kind of thing as a day job too, so I guess I have to be good at it or else I don't get money. Oh
Yeah, that sounds
God,
right.
no. You're
Tiny Jalen.
Ooh.
Even with tiny Jalon, the beard is still big.
You can still see
Still
the
live
beard and
strong.
everything else, yeah.
Excellent.
There we go. There we go. Sick. There's UI. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. All right. What do you guys say we go live?
Go for
Let's do it.
All right. Start streaming. Boom. The button has been pressed. I'm going to ping my Discord. Feel free to let people know. Jalen, you're coming from a stream, so that's going to help a lot. Anyways, everyone. Nope, not that one.
Oh my God. Dawes is typing in announcements.
No way.
What is he gonna say?
I'm typing so fast, dude. Boom. There we go.
Good job.
I'm so
Scent.
pretty. My hands are so fast.
Oh, I'm sweating. Hello, Comedy Man 69. Hello, Eric Wolfgrave. Hi, everybody. This is gonna happen. All right. On stream today, we have Tony Allen, we have Jaylon, the special guest, and we have the everyone's favorite nerd sauce.
Of course.
Everybody say hi.
Hello.
It's
Hey,
time to fight each other. I'm so excited because I feel like our opinions on Medic are interesting.
Definitely.
All right, let's do this. Let's start. Let's start with the bone saw. Everybody's
All right.
favorite medic melee weapon.
Of course.
Where do we all have it?
Detrimental.
you guys all think it's bad. I think it's fine.
Okay, so coming out strong with a bone saw is just underwhelming.
Love.
Explain yourself.
Well, let me start off with this. When it comes to medic, and this goes for like every tier list that we've done, but especially so with medic, the way I place things on the tier list may not sufficiently relay my actual feelings about it to you. So let me explain. Well, actually, let me ask you, Dawes. What's wrong with the bone saw?
What's wrong with it is that medic. So medic in general is not going for melee hits. Melee hits are like your kind of last resort, right? Unless you see like a spy and you want to mess him up because you have probably the crossbow put on.
I think you can go for melee hits. You know, your medic's not that squishy. He regenerates health, and he's 107% speed. So I think you can go for melee.
Okay.
I think it's a good way for him to defend himself. The reason I think it gets neglected is because of all the other options. But if you forget that everything else exists, especially the Uber saw, I think it's just a fine way for the medic to defend himself.
Isn't that what would make it detrimental? Is that putting it on makes it worse for you because you don't have the good ones on?
That's what could make it bad. That's why I put it in underwhelming. Honestly, the Uber saw is what? Why you give me that look?
I'm good. Go ahead. Continue. Anybody else feel free to pipe in.
Tony, if you have the choice for dinner of like a piece of bread or pizza or steak or anything else,
Oh my god, yes.
the bread becomes garbage comparatively.
Yeah. If you didn't have anything else, you're right. I would want bread because I'm hungry. But
Yeah.
you do have other things.
What I'm saying is that when talking about medic melees, you're always just gonna be comparing it to the Uber saw, and I don't think you can put the bone saw and the Uber saw on the same tier. I honestly think the bone saw is good, but I don't think the Uber saw is overpowered in a way that makes me want to put it in the overpowered tier. So I had to put it in good, and then I put the bone saw in underwhelming. I just think like it's just a good way for him to defend himself.
I will say, in Tony's
If he
defense,
is-
when I see a fellow medic using a stock reskin like the pan or the Freedom Staff or something, I think that's pretty Chad for him to do that, even though it has no utility whatsoever.
But then what about when it's just the bone saw?
What do you mean?
Like the Freedom Staff I get, and like the mallet and stuff like the Saxy, but what about when it is just the bone saw? Like a fresh installed bone saw.
Well, then you're going into my tier list, but let's stick with Tony.
Dude, back in 2007, the bone saw used to be the meta. No way.
Hey, Array 7 loved it.
Yeah,
That is true.
that's true. That's true. I don't think that you're gonna be able to convince any of us that it belongs in underwhelming.
You know, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll reference it a little more throughout.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I personally have it in detrimental because my opinion is that when you have other options, and you're picking the one that doesn't do anything, it is then detrimental to yourself for not picking something that does something for yourself. I don't know. I don't think that.
I mean, we'll come back to that when we go over the Vita song, but
that sounds good to me. I've actually, fun fact, I've never used the Vita saw. Ever.
Honestly, me neither.
Not once. No. I'll go into some comments. Bonesaw is mid at best. It's not bad. It works to deal damage, but Ubersaw does its job better. Makes sense. Bonesaw is reliable without the downsides. I prefer to use the Bonesaw than anything else, and the Solemn Vow is kind of 100% upgrade. Overall, Bonesaw, IMO on the good. Eric Wilfred with the rare one.
May I chime in here?
Please do.
When the Solemn Vow was first released, it actually was a direct upgrade. It didn't have any downsides.
But when did it change? Like right away?
I have no idea, but when it was launched, technically, it was a direct upgrade.
That makes sense to me. So, by the way, John, we typically go from bottom to top of my tier list is how we just order the weapons.
Fair enough.
So the next one I have in detrimental is the syringe gun, stock syringe gun. I have it there because it is supposed to be bad. It's supposed to be the weapon that you don't use because you should be using the medigun. And that's TF2's way of teaching you to use the medigun instead of the syringe gun.
I mean, I think it's just pretty bad because the projectiles are so slow and the damage is so minimal, you know? Not to mention the crossbow exists, which can heal people and give fat burst damage, so really, what's the point of using the syringe gun in the first place? But I put it in bad and not detrimental because it still does okay, decent damage. I wouldn't say it's reliable, but it's a good fallback option, I guess, so it's something.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah,
Sure.
do it.
The syringe gun's damage is only really reliable at super close range because it's really hard to hit people, and if you get too far away, the damage isn't that good even when you do hit them.
Yeah.
And so you got to get up really close to deal good damage with the syringe gun. But you know, you have a melee weapon like the bone saw.
Oh my god, the pieces, they're coming together.
Can you get like a soundboard of like some, like, what's that Phoenix Wright game? Court game?
Objection.
What's that Phoenix Wright game?
What? Ace Attorney?
Sorry,
Ace Attorney?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
It sure is. Jalen, what is your opinion on the syringe gun?
Well, first let me give a quick shout out to Da Drunk Gamer, who joined us in my stream anyway. He's my spirit animal, except he drinks Natty Light instead of Jim Beam, so I can forgive him there for that. But I think you guys told me to, or at least Tony Allen told me to, like, make my own categories, so I did, rather than just
That's not what I said.
SA tier, whatever.
I sent you the engineer tier list. I said, this is the format we follow. We don't do that letter
Whatever.
Well,
Whatever.
and he probably saw Nerd Sauce going all crazy with his and thought that
Okay,
was okay.
that was one tier, one singular tier, and I think it was for good reason, okay?
So I would say that the bone saw suffers the same thing as the syringe gun, in that the syringe gun, like, any scenario you would use it, you're better served by either the Blutsauger or the overdose. Like, if you're trying to, if you're going full battle medic, Blutsauger is the choice. If you're going, you know, crazy speed medic, overdose has the utility. If you're stock medic gaming, if you're really trying to be a team player, it's crossbow. The syringe gun is really just, again, it's a lackluster choice when you have a full buffet of beautiful, delectable things to choose from.
I agree. I think that I actually do think that it's like a game design choice. It's a way to teach the player what they should and should not be using. If your primary is super bad, you're gonna have to use something else. So they use the medigun. I think it's smart.
And
It's clever.
somebody should do a video on this at some point, but that I think medic is cursed with the worst stock loadout of any class in TF2.
I think that's right. Isn't
I
it?
don't think so.
'Cause
I mean,
Who comes close? Heavy, maybe shotgun, fists, but the
yeah.
gun.
I don't think it's very close. I don't think it's that different because, whatever. Forget I said anything.
Because like stock minigun is great, stock minigun is great.
Yeah, that's
but
the thing.
rest are, like,
The only thing that really matters is your minigun. That's why I don't have anything in detrimental.
No cap on jaw.
Shut up, nerd sauce.
Okay.
Shut up, nerd.
So wait, so I guess that makes sense, but that's so. Are you going from like the viewpoint of medic as a class is stronger than other people, so none of his weapons can actually be detrimental because he's
Well, no, I'm saying like if there was a really bad medigun, that would be detrimental. But like the syringe gun is really bad, but because it's not like his, it is his primary weapon, but it's not the weapon he's primarily using. It can't be detrimental just to use it.
I can kind of see where you're coming from, but I'm still stuck on the crossbow is literally just so much better. I don't know, but that's okay. Like you said, we'll get to it. I have the Solemn Vow in bad. I think I used it like twice because I got like a specialized kill streak in an MVM tour or something. I don't think that it's very good. If you're like the upside being able to see their health, you should be able to keep track of that anyways. Like that's what you try to work up to, right? And then it's slower swing speed or slower deploy rate? What is it?
It's a 10% slower swing speed, which is practically nothing.
I mean, yeah.
So the Ubersaw has a 25% slower swing speed for reference.
Okay, I think that it's like in the middle. I think that it's I have it in bad because the upside is ultimately taken care of by game sense and practice, but it's still like just stock, even without that. But I do like the upside a little bit.
If you start using it consistently, you will be like, why haven't I used this more? It's really good, especially the rare occasions you may want to play Battle Medic. Comes in very handy, and with the small amount of time that Medic is actually using his melee, the times you do pull it out, like that you would say, oh, I wish I could have done that with an Ubersaw instead, is like, it's negligible.
That makes sense.
If I may chime in here, the Solemn Vow can also track Uber, which is just a pretty small thing, but it can be great to relate to your team, especially if you're playing competitive.
I don't think I ever knew that. I don't think that I knew that it could also track Uber. I think that that's helpful, but ultimately you're supposed to know when your opponent has Uber, right?
Yeah, in competitive, that's why it's not good, because people can do it.
That is not true.
Yeah, no,
because
there's a medic on both teams, so the medic on your team, if he's healing just as much as the medic on the enemy team, they're gonna have about the same amount of Uber.
I am aware of this concept. Not to brag or anything, but I dabble in competitive here and there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you dabble in competitive scout. Nobody else. So. Wait, I'm curious, nerd. Really fast. Is the gunslinger banned in comp?
I don't think so.
Okay, interesting. So it's totally fine where it is. Good to know. Good to know. I have the Vitasaw up next.
Well, I don't. Can I just say something about the Solemn Vow real quick?
I will allow it.
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I don't think the Solemn Vow deserves to be on a different tier on the bone saw, because to me the Solemn Vow is to the bone saw as the third degree is to the fire axe. Like, it is just kind of a direct upgrade, but it's not different enough to be like its own thing, really. It's nice to know people's health, but it's not game changing.
I agree with that, but that's kind of why I just put it one thing over the bone saw, because the upside is a little bit, and it's nice, and ultimately the negation is nothing. And I'm pretty
It's
sure I did
just
the same thing with the.
enough for Nerd Sauce to bring it up from detrimental to underwhelming.
Nerd, does it?
What's up?
Wait, what? Who has it in detrimental?
What? Oh,
He's-
ooh,
he's
Oh,
the
you're
oh,
talking
who,
about the
me?
bone saw?
The
Yeah,
bone
he's the
saw?
bone saw and detrimental with the solemn vow and underwhelming.
It's down there with for me too. Nerd sauce isn't special. Come on.
Right, but no, you have the solemn vow and bad. He has it underwhelming.
I think
Yeah.
I think being able to track health is pretty awesome, and I think that's a
It's
pretty
okay.
good stat.
Okay.
When people use the solemn vow to look at health, is it more for calling out to your team, like, hey, this guy has this much health, like just hit him a couple times or something, or is it for you?
No, it's for you
A
to
little
make,
bit of both.
make decisions with your.
Yeah.
In casual, it's like who actually talks to their team.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah, in casual,
But in
who knows?
competitive, it's great
this
for
isn't-
calling
this
out to your
isn't-
team.
This isn't in competitive.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, yeah.
So in casual, so it's like pretty much for you to think I can go up and whack this guy, or I should.
I
shoot
should
him.
run away.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. I am happy with I have it still though. I understand where Jalon put it because you do have to be an alpha to use it, and you both have it in underwhelming. I just don't see it. I just don't see it being that good.
SMH.
Well, I think
my
I think
head.
it's just the bone saw, but a tiny bit different.
That makes sense. Vitasaw next. I have literally never used it, so I kind of just put it in situational because I'm sure there's a situation for it. I just haven't.
I did an entire video about how trash it is, so I'll recuse myself from the conversation there.
Well, no,
Just such
tell us about
garbage.
it. What specifically summarize that?
The health reduction, first of all, is stupid. Like,
How much health reduction does it give?
gives you
10%.
10 health reduction, so you only have
Yeah,
150,
really?
140
you have
max
100.
health.
Wow.
And then it relies, like, the old Vitasaw was okay, where it was just a flat, you maintain 20% Uber upon death, regardless of how many. But the new one, you have to actually hit people to gain heads. And you get
Yeah.
up to 60% Uber from getting 4 heads from 4 melee swings, which you could also get Uber by hitting them 4 times with an Uber saw, and it's like it makes no sense. It relies on you to die for it to be effective.
I'm not a big fan of weapons like that. Like I was we were playing God of War yesterday, me and my girlfriend, and it was like my girlfriend and I we were playing and I was like, "Oh, you can get a perk that activates when you get hit." That's dumb. Don't get hit. Don't die. So seems weird when a perk has to activate when you die. I don't get it.
I think this is a pretty obscure bug. I'm not 100% sure if this is real. I'm gonna have to look this up as soon as I finish my sentence here. But
Let's
I'm
have nerd sauce. Yeah, spread some misinformation real quick.
sure.
Go for it.
I'm pretty sure if you like get heads with the Hitman Teammaker or Islander and then switch to the Vitasaw, you keep those heads.
Is it the same? I thought that it was an organ count. I don't know if that's just a.
Well, it is an
words.
organ count, but you know how like Islander heads transfer into airstrike kills when you kill like an Islander?
Yes, that's what
It's-
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same with the Vitasaw, but I didn't know that you can like switch to it.
No, that's
I don't
what I
think I've
mean.
ever
That's
seen
what I
that
mean.
before.
Like if you kill a demo man with
Well,
heads
then
from
I
the
th-
Islander.
I think that's a feature. I don't think.
We'll
I
have to
think that's just
experiment
part
with
of
It's
that.
not a bug. It's a feature.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Is that the case though?
There's no point on
No,
buying
that's
it.
real. It's in the Wiki page, so it's
On the
here.
Wiki page.
Okay.
It's on the Wiki page.
It's on the
It's on the
Wiki.
interwebs.
Yeah, I'll take that for sure. Okay. Here's people are not talking about the Vitasaw actually. Never mind. Twitch chat.
Trash.
I think. I mean, yeah, I can't really talk on it, but I have to believe the other two people besides Nerd Sauce because that seems high for it. But I think is playing Temo Man and getting a bunch of heads and then switching to the Vitasaw and then dying.
You gotta
a good
kill a
option?
demo man with heads.
Okay, you kill a demo man with several.
Which I just
heads.
realized
You-
made my
you-
situation worse.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
And
you
then-
think as a medic you're gonna out melee a fully upgraded demo knight? I don't
Yeah,
know.
and then you go die, and then you have Uber still. I don't know if that's a good strat.
dying is never a good
It's not a
strat.
good strat, but I mean, it's it's still something.
It's something.
You know?
I guess it's technically something. You're right, nerd.
When it
Yeah.
comes to like what it should do and what it does, like I just imagine back in the ancient times when they still added weapons to the game, like the TF2 developers just having lunch discussing what weapons they get out of the game, and someone says, "Hey, what if we made a thing that makes you keep Uber on death?" And everyone's like, "Yo, that's a cool idea." But there's a difference between a cool idea and a good idea.
A cool idea and a good weapon, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like sure, it's a cool concept, but it's just not good. Like it should do something else.
I agree. I don't know what I would make it do though.
Just
I don't
have it.
know.
So it makes you start out with less health. Give it some other downside, like it deals a bunch less damage, but you get health for hitting someone, or not health for hitting.
Highlander?
Let's do.
Yeah,
Islander for medic?
Yeah, Islander for medic. Why not?
No, Islander
Then
for
head steals
medic.
could be cool. How often is a medic coming up to you and killing you? What charge mechanic does medic have?
Quick fix.
Well, I mean, Uber charge,
Yeah,
Chris
like
Krieg,
that would make it
Vaccinator.
able to compete with the Uber song, if it gave you max health.
I would agree. I would love to see that vaccinator paired with a quick fix and like a Trollger or something. That would be sick. That'd be really cool.
Tony Allen and I would tear it up.
That'd be really cool. Let's talk about the Blutsauger.
Or like the
I-
Bloodsucker. Haha.
All right. I don't use this weapon either. So okay. Let me explain my medic journey. I started playing medic like in the last 5 game sessions that I've played with TF2. And it's
Mhm.
all been with the Kritzkrieg, with the Amputator, and the Crossbow. And that's like the bulk of most of the medic that I've played. I have not used the Blutsauger very much. I've seen people do funny things with it, like running forward and shooting someone, getting health, and then just not dying because they can aim. I want to think that it's like some sort of Widowmaker equivalent to getting health, but I don't know enough about it. So I just put it in situational too.
Baller. I have no pain. I agree with everything that you say. I just put it on underwhelming because health funny, health cool, and you deal damage while getting health, which is awesome. So, and the less passive regen is, it's I think it's a nice trade-off. Overall,
Does
and
it change your regen into? Is it 1? Get 1 health per second? What is
yes,
it?
yes, I'm pretty sure it's 1 health per second.
Well, medics health regen like
By up to
Yeah.
2 HP per.
it ramps up.
2. It's not 1. It's 2.
It ramps up. Medic's health regen ramps up.
That
So
is
it-
also
The
true.
minimum is 2, and then it would like go up to probably like 4 or 6 or something.
Okay. Can you equip the Amputator with that? With the Blutsauger and it does something funny to your health?
No, because the well, I mean, it should cancel out the amputator when you have the amputator out.
Okay.
Indeed, my good chum.
Alright, what do you-
I think
what do you-
there's 2 scenarios out of 3 where the Blutsauger is good. 1v1s where the enemy comes up on you like a pyro comes up on you. He's like, oh, this is an easy medic pick, and they're expecting you to have the crossbow. But you pull out the Blutsauger and they lose, and that not all the time, but a good portion of the time. And the other is of course when you're playing battle medic. Like, it's a battle medic staple. Not that that's a great play style, but it's fun as hell, and that's the meta for it. And the only time it doesn't shine is when you're actually trying to play like, real defensive medic, and but otherwise it's a surprise for some people.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
So it's like the coming from behind with actual damage and survivability.
It's good for preserving your life when you need a lot of health, but other than that, it's not that reliable.
That makes sense. I mean, then that still kind of seems like situational or underwhelming, right?
I would
Did
put
we
it
all
in
kind of put it in the same
situational.
spot?
I put it in underwhelming, but I would move it to situational, kind of, maybe. I don't know, on the line between those two.
Okay. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
glad we all kind of agree on that. But if you do play Battle Medic, then you're incredibly based, and I hope you continue with that because it's great. Um, I have the Overdose next. Kind of similar to the Blutstalker, but I've used it a little more, and I like going faster in general. So, and I also, okay, don't hate me for this. I also use it a lot with the Vaccinator. The Vaccinator is my most used medigun. I'm not
I don't think we can be
proud of
friends
it.
anymore. I apologize, Dawes.
Whatever, dude. It I love it when I can just shut down an entire class that's trying to attack me or my pocket.
That's fair.
But
Power is awesome.
then when you have those 4 bars charged up, then you can run around extra fast with the overdose, and I think that's funny. I think that's great.
I think it does pretty combo pretty well the vaccinator. Oh, the overdose, in my opinion, mobility in video games is fun, so obviously I'm gonna think it's a great weapon instantly, automatically. But the ability to it gives you the ability to preserve your Uber and not drop it instantly. If you're in a bad situation and you have a good amount of Uber, you can skedaddle out of there faster, which I think is, very rewarding for the medic. So if you try and build Uber, the faster you go and the faster you get out of situations to keep your Uber, and it's kind of like a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. I can see that. What do you think, Tim?
Well, I'm pretty sure its only downside is that it has a damage penalty. But
One.
yeah,
One.
and one what?
Like one damage, -1 damage.
Sure.
Points.
But,
That's
like,
that's literally
yeah. Regardless, stock isn't very good for shooting. It's like the syringe gun isn't very good for shooting people to begin with, so a damage penalty doesn't matter that much. It's I think it's situationally useful in like 3 situations: when you need to preserve your life, but there's no one for you to use an Uber charge on, and you don't want to just use it on yourself and waste it, or if you almost have Uber, not Uber. If you almost have Uber and you find yourself in danger, I can't speak.
it's okay.
You're only live.
Nerd sauce can be bullied too.
You're only
I'll
live,
take
and
the
it's going
blows.
on YouTube after this. That's all.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was I saying? You almost have Uber and you find yourself in danger and you need to skedaddle out of there, as Nerd Sauce said. Or if you just need to get from one place to another and there's no one around to heal.
Yeah, like a rollout or something.
Sure.
I feel like it also pairs up pretty good with the Kritzkrieg because if you're in danger and you have Uber, you should pop it, and then you have. I'm talking stock Uber. You should pop it, and then you have invincibility, or with a quick fix, you have like resistance, or you just gain health fast, and then with the vaccinator, you get a resistance. So popping an Uber to get out of a situation actually like that would actually work then. But if you have the Kritzkrieg,
Yeah, but then you've got to pull.
popping it isn't gonna.
Then you've got to pull the overdose out, which negates your Uber.
That's true.
Okay, that's what keeps it one step away from being a rival to the crossbow, is the fact that it's not a passive speed boost. If it were a passive speed
Yeah.
boost, no matter what, with whatever amount of Uber charge you had, it would be awesome. But as it is,
So
when you've got your medigun out and you've got like the higher, I think the reverse fall off is another problem. Like the higher Uber percentage you have, the less you want to pop, the less you want to drop Uber, and so
Right.
by pulling out your primary, you are increasing your chances of dropping your Uber when you're so high. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
That is
never use it, to be honest.
That's too bad. I wish that there was something a little bit. It needs a rework for sure. Just nothing is comparing to the Chad
Yep.
loadout, right? It's like, it's tough. I don't know. I definitely don't think that it's the overdose is where it needs to be right now. And I also have the quick fix in the same tier, underwhelming. I love a good quick fix. I think that it's very fun to use. It heals faster, and that's what it does. And it also gives you like a little bit of mobility sometimes.
Uh,
I don't think it's I don't how it compares to the other mediguns is just real low.
uh, yeah, I agree. I think the quick fix, I don't think it's bad by any means. I just think it's the worst choice when it comes to your mediguns. Not to mention, you don't have invincibility. You can die to any burst damage weapon, and if it's any random crit, you're basically done. Not to mention, having half of your overheal is a big deal. You can't keep your patient as healthy as you used to, um, which hinders their survivability. Uh, and that sucks. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've played CF2 and I was like, yes, we have a medic on the team. And then they're using the quick fix. And I'm like, oh my god. Half of my overheal? Come on.
Jaylon, weren't you just streaming as medic with the quick fix?
Yeah, we rocked out and won 2 games with it. So I
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
So, Jalen, didn't you say, yeah, we need stock Uber for this, and then you won the game?
yeah, but I didn't even get an Uber at that point. It was too late. We'd already won.
Right.
But it is, again, it's you can't use it for rollout. I will give you that. On blue team, to try to go on offense, pushing out the gate, it's dumb. Don't use quick fix. Use stock Uber. But people don't understand. It's not like other miniguns are peak and valley weapons. Like you build up to this thing and you pop and you drop, and then you build up to this thing and you pop and blow. Quick fix is just a continuous. It's like a continuous Uber almost, and it's not meant to. It's not meant to do pushes. It's not meant to do that kind of thing. It's just meant to keep everybody like on the same level, advancing forward at the same time.
Yeah, that is what I like about it. I use it in game modes like King of the Hill and 5 CP because I like kind of suck at not dying when I play medic in those game modes. So but like the Uber itself in like other game modes, it's kind of laughable, but it's not entirely useless. You like with the stock Uber and the other Ubers, you're generally gonna want to like just charge one guy and have him go in and tear up as much shit as he can. But with the quick fix, you can do that, but it's going to be less effective. Or you can like just kind of heal everyone around you rapidly and not have to worry about the Uber draining quicker because you just want to like get everyone healed up. But other than that, sacrificing the Uber equivalent of every other medigun, as well as like half your overheal potential in exchange for a bit of extra healing and a couple other quirky things like mirroring rocket jumps, is just a bit underwhelming.
I concur. And the point of the quick fix in most cases is to give burst heals. And at that point, I just ask, why not use the crossbow?
Because you have to aim that.
Mr. Beast.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. What?
I mean,
Don't
just
say-
get good. Just get good. I mean, skill issue.
Don't skill issue me. I swear to God, I'll
Oh,
scream.
okay. I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
think that I understand where Jalen's coming. It's a different playstyle. You just have to put on a different brain when you're using it, right?
Yeah, it's not a
You have
spearhead
to-
like the Uber stock Uber. That's a spearhead. You can pierce. I was going to say penetrate, but I know there's people that'll giggle themselves. So you can pierce into the enemy defenses with stock Uber, and you can shred them with crits. But I don't know. Quick fix is like a safety net weapon, really, for the whole team.
I don't think we really disagree about it. I just think, Jalen, you have a love for it that none of us really share.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's the kind of love that I have for the next weapon that I have up. Jaylon is to the quick fix as Dawes is to the amputator. The
I don't think you're
Amputator
alone.
Fucking rocks. Dude,
I don't
love
think
that
you're
weapon.
wrong. Tim, I think also has a secret compassion for the
I don't love
amputated.
it. I just don't. I just don't
He
think it
just
gets the
he just
credit.
lets use it 24/7 when he's
I-
playing
I
medic and
use
he's
it-
right next to me.
I um I don't love it. I just don't think it gets the appreciation it deserves.
Sure.
I would agree with that. I think okay, so I think that the best thing about it is that you get rewarded for perfect positioning defensively and offensively, I guess. Being able to just be like around a corner. I think of just before the second point on gosh, what is it? I think it starts with a on Borneo. On Borneo, that's my favorite place to use it because if you are just around like that fence that's just to the left of the point when you're pushing, and then you can get your entire team healing up a little bit on the cart, I think that that's awesome. And yeah, you shouldn't use it a ton because you're standing still, you're vulnerable for it, but if you position correctly, that doesn't matter. Like you can get rid of that
Yeah.
issue.
Yep.
I don't know what the healing is. I'm pretty sure it's not insane, but if you have a lot of your team right next to you in like a
Oh
casual
yeah,
game,
they can do some fat heals.
Yeah, if there's
Yeah.
one or two people, you just want to use your minigun. But like, yeah, when you're surrounded by a lot of people and you can't dish out heals that quickly, that's what it's for.
A hidden stat of the amputator is the when you do that and it creates that little aura under them, it almost looks like a soldier banner is going off, and it's kind of intimidating to the enemy sometimes.
I mean, all the
that's a good
time.
point. That's a good point. I never thought about that. The amputator is so cool. I feel like it needs something though. I have it in
don't.
good because I'm like, this is sick.
I don't
I-
think it needs anything. I think it's one of the well. I mean, you should be able to cancel a taunt. That's it. Other than that, I think it's like the most well balanced medic melee. I think the Uber Saw is a bit overpowered, and everything else is a little underpowered. Maybe.
The only thing that I'd want to see it so like it can it really compete with the Uber Saw?
No.
Probably not because Uber is the best thing that the medic can get over and over. And if you can hit someone 4 times and then have Uber, then that's great.
Well, that's
feel
the
like-
thing. You get this great utility out of it, but you can't use it as a weapon as well. The Uber Saw, you're meant to hit people with it, but it also deals like a lot of damage. It deals the normal damage of a melee weapon, 65, 195 for a crit. It shouldn't be able to do that. I mean, we'll talk about that more when we get to the Uber Saw.
Yeah. I feel like with it if assuming the Uber Saw stays the same, which if Valve ever goes and updates TF2, they should probably keep it the same because otherwise people are going to be angry. And I think that nerfs are generally worse than buffs. I would say buff the amputator to give you a disproportionate or a proportionate amount of Uber that you heal. If you are sitting there and you're healing everybody with great positioning and you don't die from it, you should get Uber from it. Right now, you don't get any Uber.
Well,
from it, and I think that's
actually,
No, you do get Uber
Uber
from
from
it. Yep.
healing people with
Do
the
you get-
amputator.
Yep.
do you
A
gain
little-
how much?
a
damage?
It's
little bit.
very small, very
Yes.
small, but you do get Uber.
Is it so? It's not proportionate to healing someone with a medic.
It should be increased. The Uber charge rate when you heal people with the amputator should be increased, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
that's the change that I would make then. That it should be proportional to if you were healing these people with the medigun. Probably.
What if it could overheal teammates though?
No.
That might get too overpowered.
I don't
Maybe
know
like
what
a
I'm
maybe
thinking.
like a little bit.
Like the
Well, because then you wouldn't-
quick fix.
No, because then you'd be sitting in spawn, getting ready to come out, and you'd just be slamming your amputator constantly to get everybody to max overheal, as opposed to having
Yeah.
to flash all of them.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be like Uber or like getting ready to Uber people. That's a weird one, but I don't think that makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. It's great the few times you can find to use it, but for me, those times are so few and far between. It's like, just give me something else.
That's fair. That's like literally just give me the Uber Saw.
Yeah.
And I don't need anything else. I like it because I'm a Ben Bennick main. That's what I'll say. Next up in good, I have the Uber Saw. I don't think the Uber Saw should be nerfed.
I think it absolutely should.
Then why isn't it
Overpowered.
overpowered? Then why isn't it overpowered?
Well,
Huh?
like I said this
Explain
earlier. I think like I said earlier, my placement of the medic weapons may not effectively relay the way I feel about them. I think the Uber
That's
Saw
the
is
whole point.
overpowered. I think the Uber Saw is overpowered, but not in a way that makes me want to put it in the overpowered tier, which sounds really weird.
That
What-
makes
Yeah, it
enough
does sound
sense.
weird.
You just shouldn't be able to like kill people with it as good as you can. It deals damage. It shouldn't. You should get Uber for it. You shouldn't deal damage for it.
But you get a slower swing speed.
Does that matter? Have you ever noticed it in your entire life?
Tony Allen, I think.
I think it has came out a couple of times. I think it has affected my gameplay once or twice.
I
Maybe one time.
I think what you're looking for, Tony Allen, is to remove random crits from the Uber Saw.
That sounds like what I'm hearing. Yeah.
No.
Random
It,
crits
it
should be
doesn't have
removed
any.
from
It
the
doesn't
game.
have any other stat that should suggest it like should never end crits.
Would you rather give it a damage penalty?
Yeah, that's
Isn't
very
that
significant.
ultimately what saying no crits is?
No,
Is it not?
no.
I'm pretty sure that's what crits are. It's just like increased damage sometimes.
Right. I want
Especially
a
with
damage
medic,
penalty, which
sometimes
is
medic
decrease.
turns into all the time.
I want a damage penalty, which is decreased damage all the time.
Have you been random critted by too many medics in your lifetime?
It doesn't even need a random crit necessarily. 65 damage is substantial.
I think I smell cope.
It is substantial, but you're also a medic getting in.
Yeah, medic getting
Like-
that close to the action needs to have a high reward.
Yeah, I've
Right,
is
and
it too high right
25%.
now?
25% is a high reward, but 25% and 65 damage is too high. It doesn't need to deal damage.
What if you made it take 5 hits to get fully Uber charged?
Okay.
What if you just reduced the amount of crit or of Uber charge that it gave you on a hit?
Okay.
Does that solve the issue?
I still think it should deal less damage. There's no reason it should deal as much damage as it does.
Explain yourself.
Why does the amputator have a damage penalty? Because you get a massive utility out of it.
Massive?
Why? Yeah.
I wouldn't go so far as to call it massive.
Sure. Whatever.
You're right. It's definitely plenty. Like being able to heal everybody at a time is big. Being in a game like TF2 Casual, I think that being able to get Uber on someone faster, that's pretty massive. That's big. And I do agree that it kills people too often. I almost feel like that turns like you gotta rework how healing contributes to getting random crits. That seems to be the part that always messes me up. Because like with the quick fix, you're always getting crits, all constant crits, because you're healing so much.
I think that was debunked. I thought somebody said that there's
Yeah,
no
I don't even know
correlation.
if that works.
I have no idea. I've never played medic nor heard of the class in my life, so I wouldn't know.
That healing contributes to getting random crits.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You haven't heard of the Nerd Sauce? You're begging for a medic in voice chat every single game.
That's not true.
It.
I only ask for a crits medic.
Right. My bad.
Yeah, get your facts straight.
Oh my
Wait.
god.
I think
This is on Reddit.
the
Hey, I'm on Reddit.
the beauty of the Uber Saw is, accidental spy encounters, and they come at you, you notice them, and you stand still, you pull out your Uber Saw, and you kill them in 1 or 2 hits, and that's like
It is if
Ah,
you don't get tricks.
beautiful. Right. Well, that's why you stand still.
True.
Whenever you encounter a spy like that, just stand still. They don't know how to deal with it.
First, definitely.
But can't you also do that with the bone saw?
Oh, sure. But the bone saw swings like a mother, and the Uber Saw is slower.
Not by much.
True. Oh, gosh. Do we collectively think that the Uber Saw needs reworking?
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends.
Do we all have it in the same spot? Generally,
I'm
think
sorry.
that we do.
I think so.
Good, and then
I don't know how to read
Chad.
JLS.
I'm gonna assume that's the same.
I
Just for
would-
convenience's sake.
I would remove the swing speed penalty and make it into a damage penalty.
I would make it into a damage penalty and increase the swing speed penalty.
Okay, I think you're taking it a little bit too far. I don't know about that.
You get
That's actually-
25% Uber. It's still so good. Most people would still use it.
But you rarely find yourself in that situation.
In what situation?
In the situation where you can manage to get enough swings off to actually make use of the extra Uber charge and survive without getting
Why does
ripped
everyone
by
use
the
it all
enemy
the
team.
time?
I think I agree with that because isn't like 80% of the times you're getting someone with the Uber saw or getting a kill with the Uber saw when there's a spy behind you?
It's self-defense.
I mean-
And it's usually a crit.
Yeah.
It's meant to
too,
punish the
also.
enemy. In fact, I saw a great play on I forget whose YouTube channel, but somebody a medic came after them on Upward, and the medic started meleeing them, and they said, "I'm going to do what's called a tactical suicide," and they jumped off the cliff so the medic couldn't get more Uber charge off of them. It was pretty impressive.
I think that's super interesting. I love
I
that.
think they should have kill binded. I don't. They could have spent less time in the respawn.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
They're
I'm
really
just
trying
saying.
to optimize.
I'm just saying. Like you could have kill binded, but I mean, I guess jumping off the cliff is cooler.
Well, you know me. I don't want to change any weapons at all, ever.
Of
Yeah,
course.
I think that if I had it my way, the Uber saw would not change, but other weapons would change to meet the Uber saw. Because I think the Uber saw does what it's supposed to do. I think that it gives you the right. I think that it gives you the right benefit for putting your life at risk. But the other weapons just don't, and so it's like, why would you use any of the other weapons of Medic's melee? I don't think that's fair. Next up, I have the crossbow, the last of a non-medigun weapon.
Baller primary for medic, as we all know.
It's such a good design for a weapon. I love being able to heal people from a distance, but you have to be skilled enough to do it to make it count.
I'm honestly surprised that the crossbow has not been equalizered yet. In terms of
That's
being
what
split
I'm
into
saying.
two weapons. I would have figured Valve would have done that by now, but they haven't, so fair enough.
What would it split into? Like a damage and a heal
Yeah.
one?
Just a
Okay.
pure healing and a pure damage ramp up.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yep.
What would
Just
the name of the other
reckless
one be?
damage.
Hmm.
The crossbow, and the other one can be called Crusaders.
The boss bow.
The boss bow and the baller raider. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'll never speak again.
Thank you.
Give me your
Finally.
lunch
Okay,
money, nerd.
That's so mean. That's so mean.
It's not that mean. I've said meaner things to you.
That is very much true.
I just love the crossbow, and I don't think that anyone really complains about it. People can
Well-
die to the crossbow, and they're like, "That was okay. That was pretty good, right?" I
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
see someone like, "Damn it, that crossbow is so cheap." It's like, no.
When talking about rebalancing medic and his like primaries, it's just you can't ignore the fact that the crossbow is so much better than everything else. But no one wants to nerf it because it's just so fun.
Yeah.
But I feel like you could, if you remove the passive reload on it and then you buff every other primary up to the honest level, I think that's how I would do that.
That makes sense, but I would just buff everything else.
Yeah, we mentioned this
I
before.
feel like the crossbow's
I
fine.
thought about
I
giving
agree.
the
passive
giving
with
the other
passive
syringe
reload-
guns a passive reload to match the crossbow.
Yeah, but I think what the passive reload does on the crossbow is you can, heal someone, typically a heavy, because they're very easy to hit when they're revved up. You can, heal someone with your medigun, and when they're taking a lot of damage, pull out the crossbow really quick, shoot them with it, switch back to your medigun, and it's just more healing than you should be able to output. But other than that, I think it's whatever.
I think that I like the idea. So the point with the crossbow is that you can burst heal and you can heal from a distance, right? Those are like the two big things.
Yeah.
I think that if you remove its loading mechanic, it's auto loading while it's in your holster mechanic. I think that that stops it from being a burst healing option, an effective burst healing option, because now you have to wait. You fired your one arrow. You either wait after you or before you put it away,
Yeah,
or you
no,
wait after you take it out.
You fired it. You used your burst. Now you have to wait for the next one. That's what burst means.
Right, but so you can reload it, or you put it away, go back to healing, and then you have to pop it out again.
Right, or you could reload it and go back to healing. So then next time you want to use it, it's ready.
I feel like that defeats the point. It's like what if it's like. With,
Does it make it a bad weapon? Does it make you not want to use it? Relax.
It doesn't make it a bad weapon, but it's like if Pyro's flare gun did the same thing. If you had to reload it, that removes a lot of like, the
That's a
point.
good idea, Does.
Because it's a combo weapon. You shouldn't be worried about spending time reloading it. You should be trying to combo it with stuff.
No, fuck Pyro. I'm writing that down.
I would,
I
you know,
agree.
I would disagree with everything you guys just said in the past 5 seconds, but you know, that's here nor there, you know.
I'm with Nerd Sauce. Don't change a thing.
Exactly. Thank you.
I think that it's great where it is.
Mr. Beast.
I want to see buffs,
Okay.
not nerfs.
If you guys ever get the
Personally.
chance, do a little gaming session where you pretend your medigun is broken and heal your team with only your crossbow and your amputator and see how your gameplay sense changes.
I will
Does
do
it
that.
Change it for the better in the long run when your minigun is fixed.
Yeah, just working on your healing and your aim with the crossbow and your positioning with the amputator. It's very fun.
That actually does sound kind of enjoyable. I would do that, but I'd need to pocket somebody because I'm not going into plain.
You can pocket me.
You can't
So-
pocket anyone unless you're like being
not
repeatedly
effectively.
shooting them with the crossbow.
I can imagine the casual chat of people like, "What is this medic doing?"
I haven't gotten kicked once for doing it, so
Well, yeah, but you exude Chad energy from
Have
your
you
medic.
ever-
My medic looks like a nerd.
Have you ever built a full Uber by doing
Hey,
that?
I have. Yep.
And did you
You can
use
do
it?
that.
Took a long time. Yeah.
Oh, how fast does it give you Uber?
God,
very slowly.
Yeah, it's
Depends
minimal.
on how much you're healing.
Incredibly
Oh my
slowly.
God.
But if you got guys
Super
like
slow.
a heavy hanging on a corner and you just keep shooting him with the crossbow, he keeps taking damage and keeps, healing. You're good to go.
That makes sense. I think that more weapons with long range damage ramp up should. I think that more of those should happen. I love that mechanic, but I'm also super not objective here because I love sniping in general. So
You disgust me.
So you're
I
sniping
look.
me?
I know, dude. I just started. Okay, the past. Okay. Don't get mad at me for this, but I've been playing Overwatch a lot lately. Overwatch 2.
Crucify him.
Dude, I have poured so many hours into that game because it's TF2 but competitive. And
Bust
I
out
love
the
that.
nails. Bust out the cross.
Christmas
So soon
came
after
early.
Christmas.
Wait.
Hold on. But Widowmaker is literally the best one for me. I kick so much ass as Widowmaker and Hanzo too, and also Ash, which are the 3 snipers. I don't like anybody else really. But, anyways, medic tier list in TF2. Next up is stock.
The Caduceus staff, right? That's what
Yeah.
it's called.
Well, I don't think it's
That's what
Caduceus.
that's what you know. That's what you know it by. That's basically what it
that
is.
I
right?
know it by.
Yeah.
Don't call it the Caduceus staff.
Sorry.
Widow
that-
user. I'm a Widow enjoyer. Thanks. God.
That's what it's called.
Next up is the Medigun.
Beautiful. So
I have-
awesome. Look at
I
that
have the
elegant tube.
Medigun- I have the Medigun under the Kritzkrieg on purpose.
You sick
because-
monster.
Me too.
The Kritzkrieg is way, way, way more fun to use, and I feel like I do better and my team does better when I have the Kritzkrieg and not an Uber. They're at stock Uber. But that's just me.
Crits is awesome and really fun and cool, But invincibility for
Yeah,
8 seconds
invincibility.
is so much more reliable. Is it 8 or 7? I forget.
8.
It's 7, right? 8?
Eight.
Okay.
8.
8 seconds. Invincibility for 8 seconds can completely change the game state. It can.
Crits.
So with crits, yeah, but you're vulnerable to damage. You can
Hey.
still die.
Hold on. Uh, I'm just gonna say this. I like them both. I use Medigan when I'm on offense, Chris Krieg when I'm on defense.
That's
I gotta go
stupid.
to
You
the
shouldn't have
bathroom.
that mindset.
I'll
Okay.
be right back.
All right. Yeah, that mindset is stupid and completely dumb and not fun. You should never do that. Trust your heart and your gut when it comes to using the crits and Medigun. You
Okay.
whacked your finger in a weird way, so
Yeah,
I want to see what you have to say.
Up here, I don't. It faded. Eric Wolfgrave says, I don't like the crits Krieg because you just stand there mostly vulnerable and you just completely rely on who you are healing. Is that not what stock Uber does too? But with crits Krieg, I don't know about standing still. You can still like have good positioning and game sense and stuff.
For stock Uber to be effective, you need one good player that can pierce the enemy team and get through and wreck stuff. For
Right.
crits to be effective, you need to have a really good player, and your team needs to like follow up on it and not let you die. And I think we need to review these at the same time, honestly, because
I agree.
I think so too.
they're so good. Like I agree with you, Dawes. I love running Crits Krieg more than stock Uber, just because it's so different and it gives your teammate such power to tear them down. And it's more of a positioning weapon, and I agree with you guys. Like, don't you generally use it on defense, quote unquote. Like that's the meta in MVM, and so that's the meta on Red Team. But at the same time, running crits on offense sometimes is just hilarious. It's amazing. You just got to have the right team for it. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, it just depends on your pocket, really.
I think that makes sense. I feel like both of them are pretty heavily affected by who you're healing, which is kind of the point of Medic, right? It's like if Medic had a weapon that made him the one to go in and do all this crazy stuff, that wouldn't be Medic anymore. That would be the Blutsauger. That would be Battle Medic.
And
Stock
I
would
will
belong to Sentry
take
Gunner.
this moment to disagree with people like what's his face, Theory Y. Theory Y said, well, if your enemy's running the vaccinator, you might as well not even run Crits Krieg. I disagree. If you can kill them before they pop, or you kill the rest of their team that's not right there in the medic's face, you've won.
Yeah, I think that it's if the person is using. I don't think that it's pretty hard for any weapon because I know it's like the comp thing where it's like, oh, they're running this thing. Well, I guess I have to run this one, or else it doesn't matter. It's always gonna matter like what your team's doing, how you're coordinating. If there's a vaccinator over there, and it's like, okay, we're gonna push with a soldier. Pyro, will you go and bug him over here with fire, and then he'll say pop fire, and then you can come in with your crits, whatever.
7-7 just said it right in your chat there, Dawes.
I know, right? That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Higher highs and lower lows and stuff. I think that makes a lot of sense.
High risk, high reward for crits.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, and I think that's just always what I like the best. In Melee, I main Jigglypuff. It's just jump in, do a big hit, or die,
Yeah.
and I think that's fun. That's where my enjoyment from the game comes from for sure. Chris Krieg is the best metagun if you're playing with your friends or if you have a pocket soldier heavy. But okay, so this was something I thought up when Jalon was talking too. I think that stock Uber can be flashed on more people, and when it is flashed on more people, that makes it worse than if you were flashing Chris Krieg on several people.
Actually, no. It's the opposite. When you
not?
flash people with stock Uber, it gives them a second of lingering Uber, whereas with crits, it does not give them any lingering crits.
That is true. That is true.
It's just instant on-off,
Instant
whether or
on-off.
not your team's on-off them. Well, even then, it's the heavy's over here doing his thing. I'm going to flash him. This guy's getting bombed over here. I'm going to sit on him until he kills the guy. I think that's better than Uber, because when you Uber someone with stock Uber and you flash them, you're giving them that second, and then you're giving them a little bit of health. But when you're flashing someone else, you're giving them 2 crit rockets, or you're giving them 2 seconds of bullets that are crits, and that seems pretty strong.
I think the
That
crits.
seems more strong, doesn't it?
The crits is really.
Maybe it is just higher, high, lower, low.
Yeah, no, you're right, and I think the crits is really, the crits is more of an FU gun, you know, just
Yeah.
Oh god, and I love my FU guns.
exactly.
Yes,
I do.
sir.
That's what TF2's about.
I feel like it should be mentioned that you can't deal critical damage to buildings, which can be hard to destroy sentry nests.
So
While
it's
with
commonly seen on defense instead. 'Cause
yeah, that's the main reason. But at the same time, like I don't really think you should restrict yourself to those rules. I think crits is in most situations good, no matter what, and Medigun is good in most situations, no matter what. So.
Just have a good
I
spy.
think I think that Medigun is just the more consistent one.
Yeah, it's more
When you
reliable.
pop it, you have 8 seconds of not dying. There you go. Do with
Yeah.
it what you will. But if you pop crits, you have however many seconds of possibly killing everybody, but also possibly doing absolutely nothing and just dying instead.
Yeah.
And that's sick. That's so based. So I guess for like the tier list for effectiveness, I guess the minigun can go higher, but out of principle, the Kritzkrieg is being higher. Top, quick fix and mid, stock crits, low vac. Oh, your opinion on where they stand. Okay. Alright, cool. Let's get into it. The Vaccinator. I love the Vaccinator. It is the one that I have used the most. It is the one that I will keep on loving to use. But I know that it needs a rework of some sort. 'Cause it's kind of not fun to play against. It's not fun to play against, but it's fun to play with.
I actively
Yeah.
judge people that use the vaccinator.
What are you feeling about me right now?
I feel like I could kill you
You're on trial.
in a 1v1 easily.
Probably, unless I have all 3 charges, all 4 charges.
No, I mean it's great for dealing with bots. I'll give it that. But otherwise, it's a no fun weapon. I'd rather use the Kritzkrieg, to be honest.
I'm starting to feel similarly. I think that the Kritzkrieg is just so much fun to use that it's like the Vaccinator is like it's like the more fun to use stock for me, because you have to think, you have to plan it out. You have to be like, where's the pyro? Where is this soldier? Is he carrying a bullet secondary or like gunboats? It gives you interesting ways to play.
Someone in chat said Vac is flawless. If you are the perfect TF2 player, but if you fuck up, you lose, right? Because if you don't have the right damage type selected, you take like 1,000,000,000% more damage, right? That's a stat, or is it just like
No, it
there's
just
no
does
downside?
nothing. There's no downside.
Right.
Yeah,
So if you fuck up, you don't lose. You still have a minigun. I hate the Vaccinator. I'm gonna go on a rant.
Yes, sir.
So outside of
Preach.
the Uber aspect, you get a passive 10% damage resistance to the selected type, but you overheal people slower, which is fine. That's whatever. Now, the only bad thing about the Vaccinator, I think, or the only reason you really wouldn't want to use it other than, respect for the enemy team, is stock is better for making a push against a strong defended position. Wow, I just heard myself through your microphone and I sound like a fucking nerd.
No, you don't. There's one in VC and it's not you.
So the Vaccinator with this Uber charge, you got 4 charges. You have 4 charges of a 2.5 second Uber, which adds up to 10 seconds, longer than stock's 8. But it's balanced out by the fact that it's not full invulnerability, just 75% resistance against a specific damage type. And 75% resistance is a lot. It's you're not gonna be 75 is a lot, so it's effectively invulnerability to the damage type. It's more the selected damage type that makes it worse than a stock Uber.
Mm-hmm.
But Now I've said this before. Most people don't pick up on this aspect of the vaccinator. Is it's the only medigun that builds Uber during an Uber, meaning you can
Yes.
technically store 5 at once. If you have 4 Uber charges and you use all 4 in a row, by the time the 4th one is over, a 5th one has charged,
Right.
making the total Uber time 12.5 seconds. And even then, it's like whatever. But it's the freedom of how you can use these. You don't need to use all 5 in a row. You can just like use 1 or 2 to deal with whatever, and then you still have 3 stored. It's just so there is a skill ceiling to it. It's harder to use, but it's not harder to use to the point where it's like you're just pressing R, right? That's how you switch damage types. You press R.
That's
It's
actually mouse 5. Because I'm crazy.
my bad.
Weird,
Right.
man.
I have mouse
I
5
know.
to call a
Pretty
boat
weird.
kick because I care about the state of the game actually.
I don't have a mouse.
Okay,
That's the Chad move.
that is
Jalen's
something.
playing on a touchpad.
No, I'm literally
Oh my
just still
God.
have an old-fashioned
Put
mouse
on a
here.
trackpad.
But
I-
that's the end of my rant.
Okay, so I think that the vaccinator needs reworking. I have it. It only needs a slight rework. I think that if you make it, I think 3 changes. 1, you can't charge Uber while using an Uber. That should not be there. It should not be able to have you Ubered and able to contest a point or push a cart at the same time. And what was the last thing? I think that you should get penalized for just popping an Uber on someone and then disconnecting your beam, just letting them walk away. That seems odd to me. Where you can, I like it a lot, but I feel like it should not last the full however many seconds, 2.5 seconds or whatever.
If I were absolutely forced to rework the vaccinator, I would simply make the charges align with each of the 3 soldier banners.
I don't know what you just said.
Make them align with, so as in,
So buff banner,
oh,
conch, and
uh-huh.
battalion's backup.
That
Have
would be
those be the
badass.
3 types of Uber charge you can do.
So what didn't you say?
So cool.
So Dawes, didn't you say last time that we should bring our own medic weapon concept ideas for this one?
I sure did. I didn't, but
that was my idea. What Jalen just said for a new minigun.
Really?
Kind of. Yeah. More.
I'm gonna
more
take
or
that one
less.
too. Yeah, I agree. That's what I want the new medic vaccinator to be. That's sick. I love that idea. Where it's like, that's sick. That's so cool. Where you can
It's
have,
balanced,
like,
right? Because then
colored pen.
you think of
and
the
just be like,
the buff banner with the mini crits, and it's not as rewarding as the crits creek because you can only use it for 2.5 seconds at a time.
yeah. And Seven just said in chat, it's like diet, stock, quick fix, and Kritzkrieg all mixed together. That's awesome.
Boom.
That's so cool.
Get me a job at Valve.
Yeah, Seven also said the if the enemy team is completely brain dead, vaccinator is unstoppable, and has the appearance of being overpowered. But if the enemy team has more than 2 brain cells to rub together, get shit on because your Ubers are worthless. No. If the enemy team is heavily coordinated, then you'll be at a disadvantage. But other than that, your explanation assumes too many things and exaggerates the outcome.
Oh my god. We need to get Tim on the we need to get
Daily
Tim on the
Wire.
Supreme Court. Yeah, we need okay, that's a downgrade, but sure.
I would be that would be so sick if that was the vaccinator. I think that would be way cooler than what it is now.
And then, hey, we
Well-
need to push into the sentry nest, switch on my battalion's backup side of things. Boom.
Yeah.
Well, I think what it used to do is it would, instead of like having a resistance, it would like give you a shit ton of extra healing for taking damage with this correct selected damage type. So it functioned more or less the same, I think. But it was less fun. It was less unfun to play against. Which, like, even now, even if it isn't overpowered and I'm just like seeing it wrong, the fact that it is, most people agree that it's unfun to play against, is an issue in itself.
I agree. I do love I think that a weapon is made up of 2 bits. how fun is it to play against and how fun is it to play with. I think that the Vaccinator is super fun to play with because you have to think. It's obviously you have to think with other miniguns, but you need to like really be like, what am I running into right now? I need to switch this right now, and then we're good.
Maybe that's
I
my
would want
problem
to
with
see
it.
What's that?
Is that like when I'm playing medic, I'm already thinking, a million miles a minute, trying to make sure my positioning's right, make sure, all my teammates are healed, watching out for spies, kind of like trying to direct the team. And to adding that aspect to it isn't a problem necessarily, but it's just like something else that I don't want to have to worry about. I'd rather spend those brain cells on my Jim Beam.
I absolutely agree because when I've started using the crit streak more. I love not having to worry about checking what kind of damage my opponent's doing. I'm just like, I'm gonna pop this and everyone's gonna die. I love that. So that's probably a huge part of it too. I didn't even think of that. Interesting. So, do we all like the idea of the banner vaccinator?
I like the idea of the banner minigun. I don't think it should be the vaccinator. I think that should be custom weapon. I do. I like that.
I suppose. Would it also give you the speed of the conch along with the heals?
Of course, but it's only you and your target,
Fuck
so
yeah.
it's for quick rollouts.
So cool. That's so cool. I want to see that be a thing. I'm gonna send that to the What Show, and I'm gonna see if.
I'm gonna steer your idea and I'm gonna send it first. I'm drafting the first email right now. First of
Thank you.
7.
Thank you, Nerd Sauce.
You're welcome.
I feel like I kind of agree with everybody's tier list. I do think that mine is the most correct, but I don't think anybody's necessarily wrong.
Yeah.
Except
Wait, so
for-
you
Except,
let me get this straight. You
Yeah.
agree with your opinion the most?
Yes.
I can't believe
Okay.
you think the Vitasaw is just situational and not completely detrimental.
That is the one
Please,
where
no one
I
look at my
said
tier
that I have no idea how this thing actually works. It's gotta have a situation, so it's in situational. At least I'm not Nerd Sauce putting it at underwhelming.
If if you can go in for hits with the Vitasaw, which I feel like it's really not that hard as medic. Like I said, he's not that squishy, and he regens health, and he's kind of fast, so you can go in for hits. It's a nice consolation prize. You die at a high percent Uber, and it's like, oh fuck, but hey, at least I got like 30% now.
It is
As I spawn.
the medic's Sandman.
Man, I know that weapon. Oh my god. Okay, so this is basically a scout tier list now.
All right, Nerd Sauce, whatever you say. Okay. The next list that we have up is Sniper. And that's the one that I'm the most excited for because I have played Sniper the most.
You're excited for that?
Yes. I hate to say it, but I love the class. Like I said, I'm a Sniper fanatic. Any weapon that gives you benefit for being far away, I'm into it.
I think if I was old enough, I would get drunk for that.
If you Oh yeah. Really?
Wait for the demo
Yes.
tier list.
Okay, I will say that the other day when I started playing Widowmaker on Overwatch, I was not sober, and I was cracked with it. So
It's like
I
diazepam.
can kind of see where you're coming.
Calms your senses.
Yeah, what was it? What was I doing? Oxycontin? I can't remember.
What? Whoa.
Oxyco, what the?
Wait, sorry.
Whoa, what?
That wasn't it.
Dude,
Sorry, that was something I was doing earlier. My bad.
No, I was watching news reports. That just got laced in somewhere.
Okay, if you have anything you want to tell me, Dawes, like outside of the stream, you can tell me.
Nothing. I'm doing
I'll be
great.
here for you, buddy.
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you, though.
Awesome. You're welcome.
We're gonna have to find a guest for it, though. So if any of you guys know,
I think Tim
Cat
knows
magic.
a certain sniper main. I made a
No,
video about him a
no.
while ago.
Sniper. Oh.
can we?
If only. If only.
I've shit talked him play. I'm sure that he would not be interested.
Do we need a guess for that? I kind of
We
feel
should.
like I could get Zenith. Like,
No, I think I
maybe.
know another. I know another YouTuber that starts with the letter Z.
Did I
Oh my
talk
gosh.
to Zenith at all?
I don't know.
I don't think I have.
We need to get the baller
Who's
Zenith.
Zenith. Sorry,
You don't know who
Zenith, if
Zenith
you're
is?
watching.
Why don't you get Jamal on here?
I don't know who that is.
Did you watch the I played Soldier for
Soldier for 30
That one?
days. He was the one that made the Mr. Beast. Oh.
I don't watch Mr. Beast. I don't know what that
I-
is.
Well, Zenith created him, so
Yeah.
little
You
known
birthed
fact.
him.
I have not seen it. Okay, I'm looking at Zenith's channel. I don't recognize anything. Maybe if I scroll.
I
up.
talked about him in my rebalance video
Okay, he does have some
During-
sniper videos.
during the sniper section.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see who we can get in touch with, because I'd love
We'll
to get in touch
see.
with.
Yeah.
What's
Fat
El
magic.
Maxo up to these days? Not a whole lot. I know that Rocketman Fran is doing good, and be excited for his next video because I got the sneak peek. And if you watch the latest episode of A Night with Rocketman Fran, then you get to see some cool stuff
Yeah.
that he's working on. And I know you guys didn't watch it yet, so you need to. 'Cause it's great.
I watched it.
I'm a
Yeah, they
rocket
all
man.
Rocketman.
Rocket man. Burning out his fuse.
Like
up
his
here
intro.
alone.
He was great to talk to. And we've got a few pretty cool people coming on soon. We got, what is her name? Scarlet something. I can't remember.
Spoiler.
But no, it's not really a spoiler. I need to first get the recording date, and then it will be a spoiler. But anyways, that's the entirety of the medic tier list. Actually took a little bit longer than I expected because I thought that medic didn't have a lot to talk about, but
That's what I'm saying. I'm very surprised
Apparently.
it took this long.
I feel like it was concise though. I think we got all our thoughts out, right?
Yeah,
Anyone have any
yeah.
ending remarks on
Let me
medic
think here.
gaming?
Let
Okay,
me think here.
that's valid. Eric Wolfgrave
um,
with medic gaming.
Overdose is awesome. Free mobility. Literally, the only downside is that like there's only one tick less of damage, which is practically nothing. So there's like no downside at all.
Quick fix is
Really?
king.
Si-
Descend
Quick
upon
fix-
your enemies
I,
like
Dylan,
an
you're
eagle.
objectively wrong. You're objectively wrong. We can talk about this
It's
all
like
day.
an eagle's talons when you fly down with the quick fix.
You're so beautiful with metaphors. It's like being the next. I can't even come up with a metaphor. That's how good your metaphors are.
God,
Stock Ubers should like the quick fix shouldn't be pushed back by your blast. That's my closing remark. In fact, Pyro
sounds
should
like
be
some-
deleted from the game.
You should be deleted from the game. You should be banned.
you shouldn't be able to counter Uber at all.
All
Is
right.
what you're saying?
What?
That's
No, that's
It's
not what I
that-
said. I said Pyro shouldn't be able to delete an Uber
So-
by spamming his mouse too.
he doesn't delete an Uber.
But
He does.
that's what makes
He
quick
literally
fix
does.
better.
He doesn't though. I promise you.
Just shoot him. Just
That's
shoot the
not how it
pirate.
works.
Gun.
That's not how it works. Because you're getting knocked around. You can't shoot him as good.
Yes, but you can still shoot him. You still have mouse one.
He ruins it. He ruins.
He
the game.
ruins it. I think you're just coping.
The holiday punch is overpowered.
He's malfunctioning.
Our Tim bot is breaking down. We're
Yeah.
getting repairs after
Buff
this.
Fury total reward.
Oh, dude, the spy one's gonna be fun. I think we should try to get hint shot on for that. I think that'd be sick.
We'll see if you guys can resist calling him British for like 5 minutes.
If we can,
Okay. Nerd was calling him British to make fun of him. I was calling him British because I was interested in the culture and politics.
I think we're all at fault here because Tim, you're one to talk. You're the guy that sent the
Poggy's
Poggy's gif. Yes, exactly.
That's true. You did do that.
You're just the Poggy's gif man.
Discord lore. Me when the British heal your engineer when they are no. Yes, heal your
When the-
engineers. Overheal your engineers when you're playing medic. They love it. I do love it, especially if they're running the gunslinger and the widowmaker.
Hell, crits
and-
your engineers.
Not widowmaker. Wait, widowmaker. Yeah, the gun, widowmaker, right?
Or the class.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Widowmaker.
Yeah. Okay, that was messing me up so bad. Black box is not a crutch. Thank you, Tony Allen in chat.
Thank you.
Okay, that's gonna be the end of this stream. Everybody have a good one. Thank you for Tony Allen, for Nerd Sauce, and Jalen for being this.
Thank you. It's an honor. It's a privilege.
Rock and roll, sir.
I loved it. I loved it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pop off, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you
Stream
guys
tomorrow. Bye bye.
And see you to everybody that joined us for that lovely little conversation. Cheers, guys. We might see you tomorrow night.